welcome to Iowa State Capitol. Welcome to Iowa, USA. So this is their state capital here in Iowa.
Look at all the lights up inside.
Yeah. So we're in now from the entrance. Oh, here. So we are here at the first floor of the building. That's so nice.
Well, it's spread in here, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. That's the dome. So right now we are in Iowa. So we're on the first floor.
Monument, which is right outside these doors. If we keep going south, that is our Soldiers and Sailors Monument, commemorating Civil War veterans. And remember that big brown box of a building that was.
This is the floor here.
All of that is although, I believe the clocks, all of these clocks, they're all attached to the governor's grandfather clock, which I'm going to be able to show you in just a second. This is the governor's office, and one of the cool features are these mirrors that reflects, and it goes on and on and on. And again, it's very possible that, we'd be in here when the governor's in here, and she and the lieutenant governor are obviously very receptive to people coming from all over the world. But she also has her offices at Terrace Hill, which is up the street. That's the governor's mansion.
Now at the Supreme Court.
You can see these chairs came to the Capitol, which is about 140 years old. They've stood the test of time. They're still pretty comfortable. This is the Supreme Court room. Obviously, where the justices, up until 2003, made their decisions for the state of Iowa. It's another great example when you look at the walls and you look behind the bench. None of this is wallpaper. This is all hand painted.
Oh.
That gold color look is 23 3/4 of gold leaf in the paint. Today, these tables, those microphones, that monitor, it's used by House committee members. Since the justices now have their own building across the street to the south. Back in the day, the justices would come through that door. That's the consultation room. We'll go there next. They come into this room, they go through this door. That's a spiral staircase. And that goes up to one of the coolest rooms in the building, the law library. We'll go there, yep.
What is a consultation?
Where the justices consulted.
So where they excuse themselves to chat.
Behind these doors were the offices / Murphy beds of the original justices, the beds that came down from the wall. If you can imagine back in the day, it'd be too far to travel, especially in the winter months, so they would stay in the Capitol. It's another great example. All of this is hand painted. None of it is wallpaper. Again, the gold is gold leaf in the painting. Again, the microphones, the monitor, the tables are all used for by the House committee members. Fireplace. We don't have any chimneys. So we have 24 fireplaces. This is just one that were never actually used. Picks all throughout the building, especially senior picks in the law library. But this grand staircase was being built about the same time the Capitol building in Illinois was being built. And while their grand staircase is not as grand as ours, these lady statues were originally commissioned for the Capitol building in Illinois. But if you look closely, you will note the naked knee. And in the late 1800s, early 1900s, the The people of Illinois do not feel that was appropriate. So the people of Iowa took them. And originally they were gas-lit. In 1884, it cost $2.8 million to build this building. Ways of inflation, we figure now it costs about $800 to $900 million. When the building was completed for $2.8 million, just to give you an idea of how meticulous the superintendent of construction, Robert Finkbein, was, he found a discrepancy of $3.11.
Goodness.
Either way, there was no money left over for any art, so the first piece of art acquired by the Capitol was in 1907. This is a mural called Westward, done by a gentleman named Edwin Blashfield, a famous artist who has works of art in the Library of Congress, and he also used oftentimes as his main model this lady in the middle. Her name was Jessica Penn. A famous model of her day. I point her out because she comes from the small town of Des Moines, which is kind of cool. But this tells the story of the first American pioneers moving from the eastern side of the country to the west into a wilderness that would one day become Iowa. These are our Luvents. And they tell the story of our progress as a civilization. Beginning when man first ate, they had to hunt. Then they would acquire a herd, they would learn to farm, work with fire, and around the rotunda it goes to this age of enlightenment.
State Senate. This is their state senate.
There are 50 senators in our state senate, which represents around 60,000 Iowans, and these desks are the original desks of our state senators, and the smaller desks belong to their assistants. But in time, when it was converted to electric, they installed these buttons, and that's how they vote. So behind this column were the offices of where the justices, remember from the Supreme Court, there's that spiral staircase. It comes up just past that column. And more often than not, it'd be a member of our staff that would go up the spiral staircase, and if you look behind each bookcase, there's that open area behind every single bookcase on every floor. And that goes from one end. They'll literally walk behind the bookcases from one end of the room all the way to the other, and that goes around the perimeter of this room. And if there were a lot of books, if there was enough books, if you look over here, this is a dumbwaiter, where if there was enough books, they would use that pulley system, lift them all the way up to that top floor, and bring them all the way back down.
This is pretty neat.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
beautiful.
And it goes, and it goes.
It goes up. It's long.
This is like
Huh?
It's actually larger than the Senate. And obviously it's the largest because it hosts 100 representatives. They represent around 30,000 Iowans each. Again, they get paid around $28,000 a year, and they serve in the House 2-year terms, and again, there are no term limits. You'll see this foot, this knee, this foot, this knee, they're pointed at you.
Yeah.
And sure enough, as I've already walked past them, they're now pointed at me. And as you walk by, you'll not just notice the knees and the feet, but again, you'll notice the 500,000 pieces of Venetian glass. Some of the eyes will continue to follow you. Definitely down over here.
Wow.
Yeah. It is.
Wow, huh?
how long does it take to make this and all that?
I don't know. I don't know.
They all are just glued.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. And I always point out, as amazing as these are, this gentleman laying
So the feet move?
No. Not only can I not do that, unless it's a question that's specifically about pre-Civil War era United States, I really can't answer any of them. And if I go, I'm going all the way to the other side, and here I have my tour guide voice, but as I go behind this wall, I'm going to go from my tour guide voice to I can already see there's a bulb that's out right here.
What is it?
So always ask the kids, you know, how do you change it? And I joke we have a really, really big extension ladder. We don't. But actually, the stairs that we just came up, there's another door. That door is another spiral staircase, and that will actually go up behind the dome.
Oh, okay.
And from behind the dome, we take out the bulbs from behind, they switch it, they put it back in. And then you can actually go even higher, and you can look down from this open area to a tunnel.
Oh.
And again, it goes even higher, so that when you leave this Capitol building and you turn around and you look, you'll see at the top of the dome, there's a white box, or cupola. And you can actually go up into the bird's nest, and you can see, you can actually go outside and get a really cool view of downtown Des Moines. Unfortunately, you can't take members of the general public, liabilities, etc. But it's pretty cool. And again, this banner is not the original. The original was done in 1922 to Thunder only. And if you look past those domes, you'll see our Soldiers and Sailors Monument. If you look past that across the street, you'll see the Judicial Branch building. You'll see that monument called Shattered Silence.
Goodness, it's a long ways down. Is that the basement down there?
No, that's only the second floor.
Oh.
All the way up to the Whispering Gallery. It's a good amount of exercise.
But you have nothing as security.
Until you have security that's going to come and push you out, you can come and walk through the Capitol as you like. I love doing this. It's always fun when we have new people come to the Capitol, so thank you for coming.
Thank you so
Monday
much.
through Saturday, we're here.
Have a good
you.
day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
This is stunning. You okay?
It's the last floor.
So we were just there, guys, on that top, and now we're down here. So our tour is done. So guys, thank you so much for watching our video. So this
Yeah.
is Wandering World once again. See you on our next adventure.
That's right.
So don't forget to.
Like, share, comment down below. Ring notification bell.
So bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Turn it on.